day, all.
Hi. So what's the first thing you do before you go on a cruise?
For me, I check the credit card statement and try to figure out how much this is going to cost.
Yeah, but besides that, you research.
True.
You research the cruise.
Money, how much it's going to cost.
Well, yes, but let's forget about money for a minute.
Okay.
But you do some research about the cruise line, the cruise, its like itinerary, just all of the different aspects to cruising.
Because the cruise line can make a big difference on
your experience.
Yeah.
Yes.
100%.
100%. We can do a
Not
video.
that we know.
No, we don't, because we've only cruised with Holland America.
Well, because we researched Holland America.
Exactly.
And that cruise line fit us as well as a few others did as well. But we started with Holland.
Exactly. And right now we're loving Holland and we don't have a desire to go
So is that what this video is about?
No, it's not. We'll get into more of that in another video, but this video is going to be about the creators that we found to be very helpful when it came to researching our cruising, like what we expect out of cruising.
And they're paying us to do this?
No.
Oh, shout out. This is what we're doing this
Exactly, because there's so much out there.
That was a value to us. Let's lay it out straight. We're talking about cruise channels, content creators, people who are sharing their lives into the internet void. Mm-hmm. But it was really of value to us. And it's not like we know these individuals.
No.
We can subscribe, we can like, we can share their content out there. But this is a shout out to all of them to say thank you.
Yes, exactly. So we have about 6 accounts that we are going to be chatting about in this video. They're not in any particular order. We just are showcasing them and we just have our list that we're going to go off of. The first one is Christine. Her username is I live on a ship.
Does she live on a ship?
She does. 6 months out of the year, she lives on a cruise ship. And
I know this is one you follow more than I do.
Exactly. So she doesn't have YouTube. She's on TikTok and Facebook. And she lives on Holland America's ships 6 months out of the year. She was a cruise director in her career. And then she currently is a content creator. That is what her job is. And her husband is actually an engineer on Holland America's ships.
Oh, very cool.
It is really cool. So I found her on TikTok a few years ago, and this is when we were kind of starting to talk about cruising and stuff like that. So I started engaging in her content and like following along. And she shares what it's like living on a cruise ship. She shares her day-to-day life as just a crew member's family and like what that's like. She also shares the different ports that they go in and what you can do and some of the highlights of all the different ports. And she's been to Alaska like over 100 times. So I think that's kind of why we picked Alaska as one of our first cruise destinations, because she knows so much about Alaska and just the value that she's adding to the cruise world is just so, it's really good. And she's entertaining as well. She keeps it real.
Okay, let me ask you something. I remember in Alaska, maybe it was Ketchikan, I'm not sure which place or which port. Didn't you buy a piece of jewelry that had something to do with her? Yeah,
so her friend is the owner of Dune Jewelry. I have the bracelet on. So, and Dune Jewelry is sold in Milano's jewelry stores at the ports. They are in Alaska and they're also in other ports as well, like the Caribbean. But I'm going to see if I can, so I can pull it up there, that one. The black in the center is actually sand from Alaska.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
And that's what the jewelry is. It just shows like the different elements from around the world and you can get that jewelry. So I did get that one and I went into that jewelry store because of Christine.
Yeah, and you're literally carrying a piece of Alaska on you right now.
Exactly, which is pretty cool, honestly. Like I love it and it was very affordable too.
So check her out on TikTok.
Yeah, I live on a ship. She is just so entertaining. She'll give you all the nitty gritties about cruising, what you can do on a ship, what you can do at the ports, what the food is like, the entertainment. Just, it's a lot of fun.
I guess some behind the scenes too, because she's living on the ship. Her husband works on the ship. So, I mean, there's got to be some behind the scenes stuff that happens there
She
too.
does give a little bit. She does not show other crew. She's very respectful of that. She does not show other guests on the ships as well.
Okay.
She's very respectful when it comes to that stuff because that is her job, and she just wants and people are working and stuff, and that's how she chooses to showcase what cruising is like.
Nice. Well, we did find her YouTube page. Christine is underneath Dutch World American Girl. You can check out the link here. By no means are we going into a deep review of their pages, but look at the content here. The time, the energy, and effort, but where she spends the majority of her time is over at TikTok. Have a look at it, enjoy the content, and like and share. Another one we spend a lot of time watching. I'd say we at least watch their videos at least once a week when we get in our YouTube binge mode.
Yes. But
there's another reason we really like this content. They're also Canadians.
Exactly.
And that is the Cruising Canucks with Jill and Jerry.
They're so fun to watch. Honestly, I love how they showcase cruise life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they go across a multitude of different cruise lines.
Yes.
They definitely have their favorites.
Yes.
I mean, Cunard is one of them for sure, right?
Jerry loves Cunard.
He does, right? But Jerry also adds a different level to it because he's a weatherman, from what I get anyway. So there's sometimes he brings in some stuff about the weather, and I really enjoy. I love how they do their content. It's kind of laid back, relaxed. You get to see a lot of the different food that's served on the cruise ships, which is great to see if that's something you're interested in. Ourselves, we're not big foodies, but it's still nice to know what's being served and the different dining accommodations on different cruise lines.
Exactly.
Right? And I think their way of cruising is very similar to ours. It's kind of chill, laid back, relax. You'll usually see Jill cuddled up in some corner reading a book or whatever, and it's really enjoyable.
Mm-hmm. It is. And they also like to showcase what a day looks like.
Yes.
On a cruise. So whether it's a port day or a sea day, you're going to get to see from the minute they wake up until they're ready to go to bed, everything that you can do and all the different options. Oh, that's, I think, very valuable when it comes to figuring out what cruise line or itinerary is going to work for you.
Now over to the Cruising Canucks and their page. What a wealth of information here from multiple cruise lines, multiple excursions, multiple destinations, and sources they come in from. And if you look at the playlist, all very organized so you can find exactly the piece you're looking for. Whether that's finding the best cruise line and the food, or one of the nicest staterooms to stay in, Cruising Canucks gotcha.
Next on our list is Paro DJ. So we have J and D. They're a couple that are from the US and they have been on so many cruises. We found them, I think it was
we watched their entire grand voyage.
Yeah, the pole to pole, 100 and some odd days of cruising. It was 70 odd videos in that playlist.
Yeah.
And we watched, we were binge watching because we were so just involved to see what they were doing and where they were going to go.
And it's really good. I love J-Sock collection.
He has a sock of the day.
I have my socks and my choices of socks, so I really appreciate that. And I love Dee's photos.
Yes.
So they always have a little spot in their videos where they showcase the vlogging that they've done, but then they kind of pause and go into the moment and more of those pictures where you can capture that moment.
Exactly. And so Dee is a travel agent. Trying to get a dog out of the way, But yeah, Dee is a travel agent. So she has a lot of experience when it comes to picking a cruise itinerary and what's going to work best for you. And they actually do love cruising. You can get that feeling from them. They're big music people as well. So I think
that's where their channel started.
I believe so.
I could be wrong. That could be totally incorrect. And if D and J find this, they can correct us.
Exactly. But they like to do music trivia on the cruises and stuff like that. And so they're very good at showcasing what you can do on the ship again, and also out at ports. They don't go with crazy excursions. They do a lot of just
walking
and kind of just exploring the ports that they're in. They do book excursions, but a lot of the time it's just them out exploring. So I definitely recommend checking out Paro DJ.
And I think they have another, I don't know if it's a grand voyage, but is it another long voyage starting soon, correct?
I think they're currently on it because last year it was with Holland.
Yeah.
This year, I believe it's with Princess.
Gotcha. So check out their channel.
So I'm sure that content is coming soon for them.
And Jay, honestly, the way I know he's not voicing over, he just does live as he's walking around talking, but he has that voice for the radio. It's something that you can always catch it. He can enunciate all the words properly, unlike myself. It's great.
Yeah, no, they're very informative to watch.
Paro DJ. Spend a lot of time on this. I think hours and hours and hours of watching their content. Just think how many hours it took them to create that content. And we thank them for sharing it, from socks to pictures to the history lessons Jay gives. On top of that, Jay can pronunciate every single word, and I'm jealous of that. I don't have that gift. Thank you, D and J.
Next on the list, Emma cruises.
Our daughter?
No, we have a daughter, Emma, but no, this is not our daughter that cruises. But Emma cruises, she is, like, again, everyone on this list are so good. We enjoy watching their content and we get such value. Her content is different. She's not doing the day-to-day of cruising. Sure. She will go on a cruise and then she will do an overview of what that cruise was. What the food was like, the dining, the room, like her stateroom, what the itinerary was overall and her experience and the value she got. So she provides a lot of after thoughts of a cruise and tips and tricks to cruising.
This name brings up many memories for me. And I'm going to say because also my daughter's name is Emma. But here is the content you need. If you want tips, if you want to see cruise lines that you may not go on, Emma takes that risk. She checks it all out. She does the lives, the playlists, the content, the shorts, everything you can imagine. But wait, there's more. Yeah, that's really good. And there's one amazing thing I think she's part of. I could be mistaken again. Just like the Power DJ thing. But have you ever been wondering how you can track your cruises? Because of course you're going across different cruise lines, not us in this case so far anyways. You're doing different itineraries. What excursions are out there? Just how do you keep the history of it? Well, during my digging around and sleuthing on the internet, I found the Cruise Globe. And it's I know Emma has something to play with it. I don't know if she's one of the co-founders, but I'd love to show it to you. But it's the whole thing where you can lay out your actual cruise, put it there. You get a cruise card that actually shows all the different ports and itineraries. I even used it for one of the comments we had. And it was asking, hey, on this itinerary, do you cross this on this one? Because you did the Alaska
The Bella Bella.
Yeah, and Bella Bella, which was part of the Great Bear Rainforest. And I quickly brought up that Cruise Globe, and I could actually see that the ship did not pass that. It kind of went by it, but it didn't go into the channel.
Exactly.
And which was really cool, because there was no other easy way for me to do that unless I tried to chart it out on Google Maps or whatever. So it's really cool. You can buy different subscriptions for it right now. It's totally free as a user if you want to do it. But if you do want to pay something, you can as well. And with that, actually, they can ship out like a cruise card. It's like a passport. And you can get that hard copy of it, which is really neat.
That is really cool.
Yeah. Because you can get the passports from like Holland and put it in your little passport book.
Oh, right. Yeah.
But you can't do that across all your actual cruises. So this makes it kind of more of a somewhere where you can have a memorabilia wall of your different cruises as you stack them up.
And what was the name of it again?
The Cruise Globe.
The Cruise Globe.
And I'm going to get in and show you some details about it right now. I won't do this justice, but I do want to give you a quick look at the Cruise Globe. Everything from satellite precision, live cruise tracking, the ultimate logbook, relive your cruise in 3D. Every port is complete. You get that replay. And I've used this on multiple occasions to see what I passed by in live time, to even go back and answer a comment that I was reliving. And here we go. As we open this up, you can see 2 of the different cruises we've done and also the 2 cruises we have upcoming. And now you can replay them as you see fit, but you also get a cruise card, something that you can save. But look, you can even do a little bit more. You can get the physical version of this card. Now, as we go ahead, I can buy this map. What's that mean? I can actually do a fine art print, professionally handcrafted. It's a perfect gift for the cruiser in your life. And it's free and fast worldwide shipping. So inside of here, the custom cruise map, you can actually already pick the cruise you have laid out. It shows the route tracker. You can either do satellite or a classic view, and you can buy it in different sizes and even framed if you want to. And the prices, honestly, for the memories and what it costs to cruise, it's not terrible. I got a couple I want to pick up. So now, as we open this up, here I can actually go ahead and look at my cruise globe passport, which is showing me all my time at seas, the nautical miles. But here, let's do that cruise replay. Look at this. Amazing. And inside of here now, this is when we went through Alaska on our first cruise through the Koningsdam. And it shows exactly where we left from Vancouver. All the paths you take. So if you forget that little location, you had this amazing picture, you can go ahead, sure, use location-based tracking on the picture, but this gives you that full reliving moment of your cruise. Pretty impressive, and it's free. Now, of course, you can do a membership, and the memberships give you different things, and I'm not going to go through all these different pieces, but this is something that you can pay back to help them keep this project up and live. And by no means is this a paid promotion. I just love this, and I think other people need to be aware it exists.
So this next showcase of a cruise vlogger couple that we are going to talk about is very special.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So they are the Northern Viking Explorer.
Is it because I'm bald and I got a beard?
No.
Oh.
So we found this cruise couple when we booked our first cruise. And once we had everything booked, I was like, let's go on and search the cruise itinerary itself and see, so we can kind of figure out what we could expect when we were at all the different ports and on the ship as well. And they had done the exact same cruise on the Koningsdam. So it was a very cool channel to find because we found the exact cruise.
Yeah, so we found the itinerary and we lived it virtually, which honestly, it didn't ruin anything.
It did not. No.
It allowed us to prepare a little bit, if anything.
Exactly, right? Because then you get an idea of where things are on the ship, and like kind of what to expect when you're on the ship, but it's not spoiling anything. You're just helping with those like nerves before you get on your first cruise, especially.
It reminds me of this. You ready for it?
Yes.
So did you ever go to IKEA? I'll take that as a yes. Well, when you go to IKEA, you buy the thing in the box. And you see the thing sitting up there. It's cool. You see what it is.
Oh, you mean on display?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. That wasn't clear. Valid. But you get it home. You pull out the instruction manual. You're reading through it. You're virtually kind of going through the next steps. And by the time you read through it all, and I actually do read the user manuals, once I put it together, it didn't actually ruin anything for me. It prepared me for the next steps.
True.
Moving forward. And I look at that the same thing as, and some people may think of that totally opposite, and that's totally fine. You might think seeing everything ruins it all. No, but it prepares you for it. It does for us anyway. So Viking Explorers, thank you.
Exactly. Yeah, and they do a lot of cruising as well. So make sure that you are checking them out.
Well, as Steph said, this one's got a soft spot for us because this is where we watched our Alaskan cruise when we had no idea if we would even like cruising. time tells, but we like cruising now. But look at the content here as well. Definitely hit up their YouTube and check it out.
Last on our list is...
But not least.
No, of course not.
No order.
No, these are not in any order. No. We went through our list of subscriptions and just started writing down names that we wanted to talk about. But no, it's Life Well Cruised with Alana. I don't know if she's a travel agent, so I'm not going to say that, but she has a lot of experience with cruising. And did you know that she's Canadian?
No, I didn't know that.
She is. Yeah, I actually found her on TikTok as well. And she was talking about, instead of flying to a port in Florida, they were driving from Quebec down. Oh. Yeah, her and her husband. But her channel is mainly her. She focuses again on a lot of tips and tricks, the do's and don'ts of cruising. She does very important. She does not have a particular cruise line that she cruises on all the time. She does all the cruise lines as well, all over the world. I remember watching one of her Norway cruises and the Fords, just the beautiful, I know I said that word wrong, but just the beautiful scenic cruising. And she's sitting out on her balcony, just watching just this beautiful mountain range going by. And I was just like, I cannot wait to cruise there.
And I'm not holding it against you that you're not saying the words right. We are not D and J.
No, we are not.
Can't do that, okay? So there's going to be some times where you're going to have to try to figure out what that word means. Maybe it's a new game you can play.
Exactly. But no, make sure you're checking Life Well Cruised out because, again, she's going to provide all of those valuable tips and tricks because she has so much experience with cruising and she's done so much of it. And just how she shares her content is just, you can watch and you're just like, oh, cool. I want more. Tell me more. Like you just like, so you're watching that next video of the information that she's sharing.
Very cool. Mm-hmm. And thank you. Last but definitely not least, Life Well Cruised. Check out this content. So much. Then when we actually get into the playlist, everything's organized, but the tips, the tricks, the journeys, please check out Life Well Cruised. Well, Stephanie, that was a good list.
It is.
And I think, honestly, we still have cable.
I don't know why.
I don't know either. We spend, I hate to say it, but most of our watching of content is content creators.
Yes.
And things that we enjoy, whether it's cruising or things about RVing or homesteading, the list goes on and on. Our YouTube subscriptions are full of valuable information that somebody's just taken their time every single day to share that information with other individuals. I'm sure some people are making some monetary gains from it as well, of course, and good on them, because it does take time. It does take energy to do this stuff. But we wanted to do this video just to thank all of them specifically for how they helped us.
Exactly.
Now, as you look through it, I'm sure you have people you follow and other cruisers out there that we're not even aware of because there's so many great content creators out there. So let us know down below. Is there anybody we aren't watching that we should be watching?
Exactly.
Because we're not set on Holland. It works for us right now, but we need to figure out the other things as we go as well and what is right for us.
Exactly. Yeah. So I love finding new content creators to watch. Yeah. So I will appreciate any new accounts to follow because sometimes you need those extra accounts as well because while you're waiting for all your favorites to upload that next video, it's like, oh man, like, come on, post another video because you just get so excited to see what they're going to share. You should leave that in there, but like cut it out.
Yeah, a little bit of a sneeze there.
But no.
So, thank you again for everybody who takes their time to build the content so we can consume and learn something from that. Hopefully, we shared some individuals you weren't aware of. Hopefully, you share some individuals we aren't aware of. and hopefully you enjoy our content.
Yeah, so just make sure you're subscribed to us, and maybe we'll be on someone's favorite list someday.
Maybe.